orientation, electronic polarization is temperature independent. So it see this one electronic polarization, whereas this is orientation polarization occurs here at audio frequency range. And now space charge polarization. Space charge polarization is the slowest process as compared to all the three processes, as it involves the diffusion of ions over several interatomic distances. The relaxation time for this process is related to the frequency of successful jumps of ions under the influence of the applied field, a typical value being 10 to the power of 2 Hz. Correspondingly, space charge polarization occurs at power frequencies. The figure illustrates for all four types of polarization at different frequency ranges. At optical frequencies, electronic polarization alone is present only at optical frequencies. At frequency 10 to the power of 13, nearly 10 to the power of 13 Hz, range ionic polarization occurs in addition to electronic, both. At a 10 to the power of 6 to 10 to the power of 10 Hz range, contribution due to orientation polarization gets added, while at 10 to the power of 2 Hz range, space charge polarization is also contributes. So see this one. So at optical, this is optical frequency. So at this range, both the electronic ionic polarizations contributes. At electrical frequencies, that is audio range frequency, only space charge polarization occurs. So as the frequency increases, polarization gradually decreases like this. Okay. So this is about the frequency dependence of polarization on the application of electric field. Now coming to the applications of dielectrics. So dielectrics are widely used in insulating materials. Electrical conductors made of aluminum or copper, which are used for electric wiring, are insulated with an outer jacket of plastic or rubber. So you know that for electrical conductors, so wires, so copper as well as aluminum wires are wrapped with the insulating materials. So nowadays, insulating materials all are made. So wiring, that is example. In heater coils, ceramic beads are used to avoid short circuiting as well as to insulate the outer body from electric current. In electric iron, mica or asbestos insulation is provided to prevent the flow of electric current to the outer body of the iron. In transformers as well as in motor and generator windings, varnished cotton is used as insulator. In electricity distribution lines, porcelain structures are used as insulators between points of different potential. In between aluminum or steel coated aluminum conductors running through different distribution points, air acts as insulator. So electric currents, so electric wires బయట చూస్తే so there is a particular gaps, that means their air acts as an insulator. Another important application of dielectric materials is their use as energy storage capacitors. Depending on the application and the type of dielectric used, the capacitors may be grouped into capacitors with vacuum or air or inert gas as dielectric, capacitors with material oil as dielectric, capacitors with solid as dielectric, and capacitors with solid and liquid as dielectric. Okay, so another important application is dielectric materials are used as to store energy. Okay, so those are depending upon the storage here, the different kinds of capacitors are there. And the next point is dielectric heating. The insulating materials can be effectively heated up by subjecting them to a high voltage of suitable frequency, namely the frequency at which dielectric loss is maximum. The dielectric loss manifests in the form of heat. Cooking microwave oven is one of the popular dielectric heating method. So microwave oven, that is also that dielectric. So this kind of principle is used, that is dielectric heating. And the next one is dielectric resonators are used to provide a frequency reference in oscillatory circuits. In oscillatory circuits, dielectric resonators are used to provide frequency reference. We can produce high frequency oscillations in quartz. It is used to produce ultrasonic waves, which are used in non-destructive testing of materials and as a diagnostic aid in medical field. Another important application is uh, so in ultrasonics. To generate it, uh, ultrasonics dielectric material, that is quartz is a dielectric material, so that is used to generate ultrasonic waves, which are used in non-destructive testing of materials and as a diagnostic aid in medical field. Those are used in medical field as well as non-destructive testing. Ceramic dielectrics occupy a prominent place because of their properties such as high dielectric constant and low dielectric loss, which can be varied through material processing. So these are all the applications of dielectrics. So dielectrics are nothing but insulating materials. Nowadays, all our appliances are which are used as made up of insulating materials. So if you consider a that is mixer grinder or any heater, which is nowadays generally we are using in houses as well as anything, those are made up of wrapped with insulating materials to prevent short circuits. Okay, like as if you consider transformers. Okay, in the transformer, high voltage converted into low voltage, vice versa. So what happens here? There, um, that means mm, transformer oil is used. So the transformer oil means that is a dielectric. So ఇక్కడ చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా applications for oil based. So that means some kinds of liquid, some kinds of vacuum, gas and liquid, all are acting as dielectrics. Okay, what happens there? So just high voltage converted to low voltage means that oil uh, means ions absorbs that energy, electric energy. So that what happens? High voltage is converted into low voltage. So that means dielectric materials are used as uh, energy stored capacitors. Okay, depending upon the storage, here the capacitors are grouped as four types. Okay, as well as dielectric heating. So microwave oven, that works on that principle, based on that principle. So as well as ultrasonic waves are generated by using dielectric materials, which are used for a number of uh, testing tools. Okay, non-destructive testing as well as medical applications, etc. These are all the applications of dielectric materials. Okay. Mm, this is about dielectric materials. Then now coming to the important questions in dielectrics. సో ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా double star questions. So these are all the questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions are there. ఓకే, ఒక విషయం అమ్మ, నేను ఆల్రెడీ మీకు చెప్పాను. సో సిలబస్ కవరేజ్ కోసం నేను డైరెక్ట్రిక్స్ చెప్పాను. సో యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఫర్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ టైప్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఓకే, బిట్స్ కి మీరు ఎగ్జామ్ లో చదువుకునేటప్పుడు ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫర్ మిడ్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఫర్ university examinations. No need to prepare 2 chapters in a single unit, in each unit. Okay, for in each unit there are 2 chapters. So one is dialectics, another one is magnetic materials. So if you consider first unit, there are 2 chapters, one is interference and the second one is diffraction. So you have to prepare only one chapter, entire chapter thoroughly, and the second chapter leave it, completely leave it, no problem. Okay, you will get 100% of that of the chapter. Only of the chapter means only single chapter. Okay, here the question pattern is either or questions. In each unit there are 2 questions. One is from interference as well as another one is from diffraction. So one question is enough to get full marks attempt. Okay, so one question is enough to attempt. So that question carries 40 marks. Okay, and for that marks your material is enough. Okay, సో నేను ఏదైతే మెటీరియల్ ఇచ్చానో ఆ మెటీరియల్ కంప్లీట్ గా సరిపోతుంది. అంటే వదలకుండా ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అనకుండా కంప్లీట్ గా చదువుకోవాలి. లేదు నేను కంప్లీట్ గా చదవలేను, నేను నాకు పాస్ మార్క్ చాలు అని అనుకున్న వాళ్ళు డబుల్ స్టార్ లో సింగిల్ స్టార్ లో ఉన్నాయి కదా, అవి చదువుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. సో మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాను వినండి, ఇంటర్ఫరెన్స్ డైఫ్రాక్షన్ లో ఇంటర్ఫరెన్స్ ఒక్కటి చాప్టర్ కంప్లీట్ గా చదువుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది మీకు. డైఎలక్ట్రిక్స్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్స్ లో మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మెటీరియల్స్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను, ఆ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఒక్కటి చదువుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. ఓకే, అర్థమైంది కదా. సో అలాగే ఎగ్జామ్స్ మీకు ఎప్పుడు ఉంటాయో తెలీదు, ఎప్పుడైనా ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఉంటాయని చెప్పొచ్చు. మేబీ ఈ మంత్ ఎండింగ్ అంటారో నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ అంటారో తెలీదు. కాబట్టి చదువుకోండి ఫస్ట్. ఓకే, ఇంటర్ఫరెన్స్ చదవండి తరోగా, అండ్ దెన్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మెటీరియల్స్. ఆల్రెడీ నేను మీకు మెటీరియల్ పంపించాను అన్నిటికీ. సో మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మెటీరియల్స్, ఇంటర్ఫరెన్స్ రెండు చదువుకోండి. ఓకే, అర్థమైంది కదా చెప్పింది. ఓకే, కనిపిస్తుందా స్క్రీన్ షేర్? కనిపిస్తుందా మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మెటీరియల్స్? కనిపిస్తుందా అందరికి? స్క్రీన్ షేర్ కనిపిస్తుందా? నా వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా?